Washington. Former Vice President Mike Pence criticized his former boss, rival Donald Trump, on Tuesday for calling retired Gen. Mark Milley, the former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, a traitor over phone calls in the last stormy months of Chinese rule. Frankly, what Donald Trump said about himself in that tweet, about betrayal and death, was completely inexcusable, the GOP presidential candidate said at a national security and foreign policy event at Georgetown University in Washington co-hosted by the Associated Press. Pence also reacted to the news that House Speaker Kevin McCarthy had been removed from office by a group of far-right conservatives. Asked how other countries might interpret McCarthy's ouster as it relates to stability of the U.S. government, Pence mulled question for 13 seconds before replying, "Chaos is never America's friend." Pence on Tuesday pushed for traditional GOP foreign policy goals and leadership ideals at a time when that vision and his campaign are struggling to gain momentum among Republican voters. Most GOP voters oppose sending more military aid to Ukraine. And with 3 months until the Iowa caucuses, Pence continues to poll in the single digits. He was on far-right side of the stage at last GOP debate. The event was first in a series of conversations on subject with 2024 Republican presidential candidates, co-hosted by AP and Georgetown Institute of Politics and Public Service. Pence has accused rivals like Trump and his followers of abandoning U.S. allies and argued that only way to keep America safe is to engage with the world, while also criticizing what he sees as President Joe Biden's missteps in U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan. "If we're not leading the free world, the free world isn't being led," he said Tuesday. He also defended Milley, who, in his final days as chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, defended himself against Trump's tirades over calls to reassure his Chinese counterpart that the United States would not suddenly go to war with or attack China. Trump called speeches, an act so egregious that in past penalty would have been death. The result of this treacherous act could have been a war between China and USA. Milley said. The searches were routine and fully consistent with the duties and responsibilities of his job. In her farewell speech, Milley noted that all members of the U.S. military swear an oath to the Constitution. Pence also affirmed that he followed the Constitution when he rejected Trump's demands to overturn Electoral College losses on Jan. 6, 2021. When pro-Trump rioters attacked the Capitol. Pence said he did not agree with all the policies implemented during Milley's tenure and refused to respond to Milley's remarks in his retirement speech that we do not swear in a wannabe dictator about Trump. But after Milley took the oath of allegiance to the Constitution, Pence said, "I thought she made a very meaningful point." The contrast between Pence and